If you're on this call, just give me 1 second. Kind of forget that I'm on a live stream, but I just need to put up the, as always, need to give the alerts so people know what I'm doing. Just give me 1 second, guys, and I'll see you. Please BTC update. Hello, David. Randimal. Don't even know how to pronounce that, but I guess that was wrong. Sorry about that. How are you guys? Are you good? Do you feel good? How was your weekend? Hope you have very happy Thanksgiving. Well, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but thank you anyways. It was very, very nice of you. Actually, oh. I hope everyone is good. Hello, hi teacher. Hi, how are you? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Is everything good? How are you today? It's almost 4 o'clock in Sweden right now. It's pretty dark outside, so that's kind of boring, but that is just how Sweden is. So yeah, just let us go into the charts right away and see. So we wanted to have a Bitcoin update, of course. Let's see what we're up to. So the market did try to break. Let's see. So we did break 55,600 yesterday. And right now, we just might see the market coming inside, or not right now, but eventually see the market coming up and retest 55,900. And we are on our way, slowly but steady, on our way back down to up to that level. I still have my sell limit orders, but they're not activated, obviously, because it's the market hasn't come to that area yet. So I am waiting for the market to come to that level, and that level is 55,900. Relaxing weekend morning here in Wisconsin, USA. That's good. Okay, so let's see. So on my thumbnail, I'm talking about that this could potentially be a fake out that we're having to the downside right now. And it goes for both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and obviously a lot of other pairs. But if we see the market coming inside of this support one more time, because we did touch the Fibonacci levels that we did have on the weekly, we can come back down to the support one more time. But depending on how the market is moving, if we're coming inside of the support again, we could see the market breaking to the inside. You see the retest, and then you start slowly to see the market continue to the upside. But that is obviously something that we just have to wait and see. I'm not gonna guess everything, just waiting for the market to come to a level, and after that I'm reacting to it. I love you, teacher. Hello, I love you too. Hi. Queen of Sweden. Hello, how are you? 70 people watching, like City. Yes, please guys, go inside and like this live stream. That would be soon super nice of you. Crypto market fucks. Thank you. Bullish. So we just have to wait and see. I also have a Fibonacci from on the lower time frames from 59,100 to the lowest points that we did have yesterday, 53,700. And the market could potentially also come inside, but then we just might see the market creating the next lower high. Can you see we're in a downtrend? Market creates lower high and then maybe continue back down to the trend line that I'm having. And then we slowly start to see market moving to the upside again. So that is what I see. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to come up a little bit more. flux. Flux USDT. I don't think I've ever I've never looked at this pair before, but so I don't kind of know what this is. Okay, so let's see. We're having the market on the weekly. So we're taking the close. I'm always drawing. Sorry about that. So we can look at, because we don't have so much to look at this market right now than these candles, because what's happening down here we actually don't care about. So what I'm doing is that I'm taking the close of the last week candle, the body, and we can actually see that we are right now retesting. So this was the low from last week. So and from the body. So what I'm doing right now is trying to see how the market will react to this level. Are we gonna break it? Because this is also a support on the daily. So it's a strong level. So two things: either the market will just respect this level. We can go down to the lower time frames and see how it is. And we kind of had the fake out to the upside, and right now we just might retest it, and then we are continuing back down. Because looking at the last week, we did have such a huge bearish candlestick. So I do believe, just following that, I do believe the market will continue back down. If we're taking a trend line, super important using trend lines. I love trend lines, like one of the best things that I'm using on the charts. I didn't use trend lines so much before, but then someone taught me how to do that, and it's pretty good, I can tell you. I mean, you need to have the right person to tell you how to do certain things. And I had the right person to tell me, and that's super good, right? Okay, so what we can see right now is that we're also having a counter trend line, because on the overall picture we are in a downtrend. And the counter trend line is kind of the pullback that we're having in the downtrend. So market always go up and down, or down and up. So this could potentially be where the market actually let's see, is that one? Let's see. So either we are coming back down and we're breaking this trend line, the counter trend line that we're having, and you see the retest, and then you see the continuation down, or you will see the market actually coming inside of the support again, or the support that I'm having, and then you see the market coming up and maybe retest the overall that resistance trend line, and then you see the market maybe breaking this counter trend line, and then we're retesting the low again. So right now, because it does look like we're having, okay, we're looking at the lower time frames. I still want to see the market breaking this counter trend line that we're having, because otherwise it's really easy for us to get faked out. So I kind of want to see the market breaking, retest, and then continuation to the downside. Yeah, kind of something like that. I hope you understood, but I'm looking at 1.9 as a super important target, because that is the last week close of the body, and that is why we are retesting this level right now. We can try to take a Fibonacci also from the lowest point to the highest point, from the highest point at 1.997 to the lowest point at 1.8226. And you can see that market came up too and respected the 61% at 1.9328. So for the market right now to come back down could definitely happen. The market could come back down. But if you want to be more sure about it, I want to see the break, retest, and then I have the targets, and that is 1.7896. The next one is 1.6980. and the third one is 1.6207. Kind of forget sometimes, you know, because I'm thinking in Swedish sometimes and then I'm talking in English. Let's see what else. Hello everyone, I hope everyone is good. My name is Natalie. If you don't know who I am, from Sweden, and I'm a trader. I hope everyone is good. And if you're from America, well, happy Thanksgiving. In Sweden, we do not celebrate that. I've never celebrated that in my whole life, so I kind of don't know exactly what you're doing more than eating turkey. Is it that? Well, I'm happy that you are taking your time to look at my live stream. Super good. So we're having 25 that had liked this live stream. We're 4 to 8 people watching. So please, guys, go and push that like button while I'm looking at your coins. So we were looking right now at Flux, and I'm gonna try to take it Ethereum. I'm trying to take it after what you're telling me. Okay, so let's see on Ethereum right now what's happening. Looking at the weekly, we can also take a trend line. And I'm gonna adjust it on the lower time frames because I just see, yeah, this looks kind of good. Okay, so let's see right now on the daily. So the market is just kind of moving sideways when we're looking at it right now, obviously. But we don't really care about what's happening around this level that I was just having. Let's see. Okay, so looking at we do also have another trend line right here that we did break, but we never got up and retested it. So we're taking the trend line to where we are right now, and this is how it looks. Let's see. I just need to think a little bit. And let's see. Okay, so we had the huge momentum to the downside. I'm gonna take this one away because it just makes me confused. What's that program called? What? I don't know what you're talking about. This program is live stream with Natalie from Sweden. Okay, so let's see. That is on the weekly. So we do have a support around 4,070, and going back in time, this was also where we had we did have the higher low, but we also had a fake out, and we had one fake out more, and we actually just came and closed inside of 4,044, and we are going to do something like this. Okay, so I'm having a Fibonacci from 4,437 to the highest point, to the lowest point 3,980. And let's see. So what potential could happen, because we did have such a huge move to the upside, so we could definitely come back down to the support again and retest for then continue to the upside. But I'm looking at 4,265 to see if the market will have this as a lower high, because you can see the market is doing lower high, lower high, lower high. You had a small uptrend, but we never closed above 4,724. So that is, we're still in a downtrend. But if we're coming up to the Fibonacci level, 4,265, and if we see the market doesn't have the power to break to the upside even more, the market could come back down again. And we could see the market coming back down to the trend line, and on the higher time frames, This is also, if we're taking away this Fibonacci, I'm just trying to puzzle everything together. I'm sorry if you're not seeing what I see or understand it, but I always try to puzzle the higher time frames together with the lower time frames, and this is kind of how I have to do it. So on the higher time frames, on the weekly, we do have the reversal Fibonacci that takes us to the upside. So if the market comes to this level, we can see the market breaking to the upside, because that could be where the market actually finds the last break to the downside to create the higher low, and then we are seeing the market continue up to create a new all-time high on Ethereum. But that is a target that we just might see happening in a couple of days. But first of all, market needs to create a lower high if we see the market continuing back down now. So we could potentially come up to this level, 4,294 or 4,224, and then you see the market trying to break this support. If we're doing that, I'm pretty sure that we're coming back down to the trend line. You just might have a fake out from the trend line, and that is also the 61% of the Fibonacci on the higher time frames I was talking about, 3,665. Market then continues to the upside. But we have to wait and see, are we going to come back down and retest it? Market comes back up. Then we're looking at Ethereum's, then we're looking at if the lower high will be created around the 60 and 50% Fibonacci, and then we see the market continuing back down. Or you can even see the market coming up to the trend line, and then you see the same thing happening. You just might have a fake out, and then you see market coming back down. Because as long as we're below this trend line right here, we're still in a downtrend. So that was a long analyze on Ethereum. But Mark, hello, Crypto Legends. Hello, how are you? Okay, so let's see. Do you do stock analysis? Yes, I do, but not on this channel. I trade. I trade stocks also, but on this channel I only look at cryptocurrencies. Okay, let's see what else can we do. AVAX. We're looking at AVAX. And we'll see what's happening right here. So let's see. Okay, we're just starting over with the weekly, and we're taking this one away. Was skipping my message? What message? Okay, so having such huge momentum on AVAX, but we do have a high right here. We're going down to the weekly. Let's see what we can do. Looking at the 2 daily first. So if you do not know me, I always using the higher time frames, and then I slowly break everything down to the lower time frames, because I think it's really important using the higher time frames, because with that I can see what direction we're heading to and what's actually going on. Because if I only look at the lower time frames, it's so easy to get faked out and don't have a clear understanding of what's actually going on. So if you are a scalper, that is not what I do. Okay, so on the daily on AVAX, we did come back down to this previous lower higher high that we did have. Also a support resistance, and that is around 100. And we could also use a trend line. So give me 1 second. So I'm just gonna adjust it. Looking something like that, guys, right? It's very, I mean, the market has just been going up, so we're really trying. So if we're taking the trend line that we're having right now, looking at the 4-hour chart, we did have the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and right here we could see that, okay, the uptrend is kind of finished on the 4-hour chart, but we are still in the uptrend. The market needs to correct itself. Still on the daily, we're still in a uptrend because this is the last lower high that we did have. That is the last higher low that we did have. So as long as we're not breaking 99 or 100, we're still in a uptrend. So the market just might need to come to this level, and then you see the market continue to the upside again. If we're breaking the support, that's when we're actually gonna start to see, okay, the market could actually start to continue back down again. But we're also using this trend line to see how we're gonna react to it, because we could come inside again, and then you see the market, you had the fake out, you had the retest, and then you see market trying to come up one more time, and that could be the start to the uptrend again, because this just might be the higher low that we're having. So higher high, higher low, kind of a higher high, but we do have a higher low because we had the support. Higher high, market comes back down, but we just might create the higher low right now. So if we're seeing on the daily chart right now, and the daily candlestick, if this candlestick on today is closing inside of the trend line again, I can almost guarantee, okay, remember I'm no financial advisor, but just following how market usually is doing against these levels, is that it fakes us out, and then you have the retest, and then you see market continues to the upside again. But if we see the market actually breaking to the downside, to be more sure that we're not having the fake out, I would want to see the market actually breaking this low that we're having right here, because that is the previous higher low, market comes back down, continuation to the downside, and at that point, well, let's see, at that point we just might use a Fibonacci. But if you're just going back in time, I do have a low right here around 93. I have another low at 84. But looking at these levels right now. Okay, so that was, let's see, that was AVAX, TLM. We're looking at TLM USDT. I hope that you guys have a good weekend wherever you are in the world. I'm just gonna read some comments right now. If I do scalping, no, I don't scalp. I don't scalp. I can sometimes, but I don't go down to like 5 or 1 minutes chart. I don't do that. I can see Mark is active on the chat. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mark. Let's see. Were you in Forex before crypto? I was trading. I've never traded Forex. I did trade. I've always traded US30 and SPX 500. Sometimes NATS, so index. But I've never, and sometimes gold too. But right now I'm super focused on Bitcoin. Okay, let's see. The biggest. Okay. Hello, Natalie. Nice to see your stream. Love your work. Thank you so much. Can you please check Solana? Yes, I will do that. Just give me. I just have a little bit more to look at before Solana. Okay, Sweden is going to lockdown. No, we're not going to lockdown, but you have to have. I mean, they always change your mind, so I seriously don't know what the hell's going on. To be honest, I don't even care. To be honest, I don't have time to care about that. TLM USDT. Just give me 1 second. If the vaccine in Sweden, yeah, no, you don't have to take it, but they're pushing for people to take it. Okay, so let's see. We're looking at TLM and going back in time. So taking that one away. Okay, we're just taking everything away so we can start over. So we are having a previous support right here at. Let's see, we're having the support, the previous resistance at 0.3700, around that level. Oh, that is on the weekly. So potentially what could happen, so we just have a huge spike to the upside right here. To see the market coming back down, I could potentially see that, but let's see. So we are right now retesting the previous high that we did have before on that we took on the weekly. So depending on how this weekly candle is closing. Looking at the daily right now, we are respecting it as a new support, and this just could be where the market takes us to the upside. And we do have the market on the lower time frames. We can use the trend line to the downside, so we do have a clear lower lows and lower highs. Can do something like that, just so on the 1 hour chart. So we did come back down to the previous resistance on the weekly. Looking at the 4 hour chart, we also can do something like this. So we're taking another trend line. So what potentially could happen if we're not seeing the market right now breaking to the upside, you could see the market coming back down to the Fibonacci levels that I'm having around 0.3242 or 0.3546. That could be where the market actually finds the strength, and then you're continuing to the upside. Because we do have two huge candlesticks. Obviously, we're having the weekly candlestick pretty small, just maybe a doji against the level, but you just might have in the beginning of next week, you just have a fake out from this level, then you see market continuing to the upside. I just think the market can come back down a little bit more before it breaks to the upside, so that's why I'm using this previous resistance that we did take from the weekly, and we are right now retesting it pretty perfectly. But if we see the market breaking right now, I do have these as targets to see the market breaking to the upside again. Lentos money, no problem. Yeah, guys, I mean, everyone choose to do what they want to do with the vaccine, but I don't think that's what you should talk about on this live stream. If someone don't want to take it, that's not your problem, to be honest. And if you want to take it, that's your problem too. But Mark's talking about that you don't have to talk about it on this live stream, because this is not what this live stream is about. Okay, let's see. What else can we look at? EGLD. EGLD USD. We're here to learn how to trade and earn money. No one cares about the other things. Okay, so we're looking at EGLD and the same thing. So we're starting off, we can start off okay, on the weekly. Huge momentum. We can take a trend line, but it's pretty far away, but we can still have it in case. Hello, Nikki. How are you? Came to say hello. Hello, Nikki. How are you? Okay, so we're just adjusting the trend line on the daily. Yeah. Well, we're also taking a Fibonacci to see where we can come back down to. Good night, Sam Smith. Have a good day. So we're taking Fibonacci from 302 to the highest point at 491. AC, one question, trend line should be drawn. What do you mean? I don't know. It's your friend's granny's problem if she cannot get vaccinated because of an autoimmune. Get vaccinated, save lives. Ian, please just skip that. You don't try to have the discussion on this channel. I'm super serious about that. Because we all know what's happening. You're gonna fight with each other, and that is just taking. Some people don't want to read about that. Some people are actually here to look at the charts. And it can actually trigger people because we all have different opinions about certain things. And the only thing that you should focus on right now is not what other people are doing, is that you should focus on what's going on right here, right now. Okay, so continuing with EGLD. We're having the trend line to the downside, and we can see that we came up to this level because the market is still going down. Looking at the higher time frames, okay, we did have a huge candlestick. We did retest the 50%, but if the market right now decides to respect this trend line to the downside, that could take us even further down, and that could be around 373, because that is also the 61% Fibonacci that we're having on the weekly. And then the market could come back down to this level. If we're breaking that level, we could come back down to the trend line that I'm also having. It's so far away, it doesn't have to happen, but it's always good to have it, right? But looking at this trend line that I'm having as a resistance, we did respect it, so that could mean the market coming back down again. Okay, good, Ian. It's just misunderstanding, no problem. But now you know. Now you know, guys. So yeah, just looking at how this trend line is holding. If we do see the market definitely starts to break to the upside, you have to break, or you don't have to, but that's what I see. This lower high that we're having, for the market to break the trend with this, so this is a trend line. We have to break the downtrend, but we also have to break this previous lower high to create a higher high and higher low, continuation to the downside. So that's what I see on EGL right now. So respect the trend line, comes back down or break it, and then you see market continuation to the upside. Okay, let's see what else can we look at. We can look at Luna. Solana. I remember someone wanted me to look at Solana, USDT. Sol USDT. Oops. Solana USDT. Okay, looking at Solana. Oops, so many things happening on the charts. I'm just taking everything away, so we're just starting over. Don't want to be confused. Okay, so having huge momentum right now. So the first thing that we can all see is that we're coming back down to this previous resistance, previous higher high, and then the market either break it or respect it. We're taking in Fibonacci because that it's, I mean, it's a pretty good thing to use when we're having a pullback. And you can see the 61% is just combined with the previous higher high. So that is on the weekly. So we're just slowing and going down to the lower time frame to see what's going on. Looking at the daily. So this trend line right here. Yeah, I want to have it like this. Inte riktigt, va? Okay, we can all see that on the daily chart we've been having lower lows and lower high, lower low and lower high, lower low. And we are also looking at this support right here. And some of you are thinking, why are you not having the support right here? No, because that was the fake out and I'm not using that. So potentially what could happen is that this could be another fake out, because we did come back down and retested the 50%. We almost came back down, not almost, but it was pretty far away to test 61%. So if this daily candle is closing inside, it's the same thing. The next day you can see on the lower time frames that you just might have the fake out. So market comes inside, you see the retest, and then you see the market coming up to the trend line one more time. At that point, so we're using the higher time frames one more time to see more clear on what's actually going on. We can even go to the 12-hour chart to see. Okay, so checking that one away just to see how it looks. I think this chart was pretty. Yeah, so two things. Either we're coming inside of the support, you see the breakout, retest, and then at that point we have to look at how the market is behaving against the trend line. If you see the market coming back down again, I see market coming back down to 170, because that is the previous, or that is the all-time, and that is the Fibonacci that we're using on the higher time frame. So for the market to come back down to this level, and then you might start consolidation break to the upside. But we're looking at 200 and see how the market is behaving around that level. If this is just a fake out, you see market continues up, trend line, break it, retest, continuation to the upside, and or the market are continuing back down to Fibonacci. Thank you so much, Mark, for pushing this. So if it's 116 people on this live streams, I'm super happy about that. Please go inside 120 and like this live stream so we're able to reach to more people. And I just want to remind you guys, if you're new, we also have on Bybit. It's a super good exchange if you are a swing trader with very low fees. And we do have right now a bonus up to $4,100. Of course, it depends on how much you're depositing, but Bybit is super good. So outside the $4,100 that we are having as a bonus, they always give out more bonuses when you're coming to the site. You can have for your first time using a stop loss, first time using a profit. So you can, Bybit is super good. It's kind of not giving away money, but they're giving you bonuses for using certain things on the platform. But it's a good exchange. It's a good platform if you are a swing trader, if you want to hold your trades for longer than maybe a day or so. Very low fees. It's super good platform that we're having. So let's see what else. And with that, we're just continuing with the charts. So that was Solana. Vonter van Herman, hello, how are you? And yes, if you haven't used Bybit before or you're just starting off with it, Mark just put up a video, a link to a video where Andy, another guy on Bitcoinsensus, is doing YouTube. Most of you already know who he is, but he does have a tutorial how to use that. Natalie, like your own video. I'm sure gonna do like my own video. Okay, can you look at DOT? Of course I can do. I was looking at DOT this morning actually, and I still have the levels on. So I was looking at the 12-hour chart on Polkadot. So I started off with the daily, and I could see kind of, I was starting off with the daily, and we kind of have a head and shoulders right here. So I went down to the lower time frames, and so we could see the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. We do have the market going back down. So you have the wick, so you have another wick. The market broke this level. And right now, either we're coming up and retesting the neckline, but I also took the Fibonacci from the lowest point, from the highest point from 42 to the lowest point at 34. And you can see how the Fibonacci to the down for the market to create a lower high is just where the neckline, just slightly above the neckline. So if you see the market coming inside and you start to see, either we are respecting the trend line that I do have, so that is the neckline, or if you actually see the market coming up and retesting the Fibonacci levels that I'm having around 38 and 40. And at that point, we just might see the market breaking. So you're having the rejections at this level, and just looking at it right now, you'll also have a trend line. Okay, I'm gonna take that one away, it's so annoying. So you also have a trend line right here. So you'll have so many confirmations that, so if the market comes to these levels and don't respect it, that is kind of screaming we're going down again. And the targets that I'm having on Polkadot is 32, 28, and 24. And that is how, oh no, I was using those from the Fibonacci. Are you Norwegian? Nope, I am not, but I live in Sweden, so it's not that far away. But I'm Swedish and I'm Finnish. Okay, so let's see. ACH USDT. Mark, my man. Yeah, Mark. Very close. Try the second neighbor countries. People usually think sweet new stream. Please also check. Natalie use fibs, more like Natalie is fibs. Yeah, I know. I mean, I use so much more than the Fibonacci, but the Fibonacci is real good, guys. Kevin, no problem, no problem. Black Friday continue for buy some coins. Smash the like buttons, y'all. Yeah, please like it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that also. I have super many multiples live stream during the week, and I have every single day an update about cryptocurrencies. So if you haven't done that, please subscribe to the channel so you're always updated about what I'm going through. So if you're new to this, my name is Natalie. I'm from Sweden, as you all know right now, and I've been doing trading since 2018. So I've been doing it for a pretty long time. So since the first day I started trading, I actually been at the computer like the whole time. Funny story, I actually broke up with one of my boyfriends to move to another place so I can had a quiet place for me to study the market. So I kind of got pretty obsessed with the whole thing. And yeah, funny story. Not so funny for him, but I had to do it. Just had to do it! Okay, so we are looking at ACH, and we're starting off with taking a Fibonacci from, let's see, I want to see how it looks on the monthly. I usually never use the monthly, but sometimes it's pretty good because we don't have the best things happening. Yeah, hi Jean, how are you? Money making bitch. No, that's what I called. Yeah. Yeah. Now we can all enjoy it. Damn, I can't imagine Bobbert is her boyfriend and he was trying to control him. You're so funny, guys. Okay, so we are in a uptrend. The market, we're starting up with the monthly. So we're having the monthly closed. So 2 months. So yeah, this was in August and September. You had it around 0.99. So we're having this, we are having a horizontal line right here, so we can use and see how the market is behaving towards it. And you can see that we did not have the power to break this level. Sorry, just read a comment. Okay, so we are just might having, so this could happen. So we're taking on the weekly Fibonacci from 0.59 to the highest point at 0.895. So we're going to the weekly again, and you can see the market slowly starting to break to the upside. So we're taking a trend line, just looking something like this on the daily, and we're going to the 4-hour chart so we can adjust it. Something like that. Okay, so we're going back to the daily. So right now what's happening is that we came back down. We came and retested the 50 and 60%. And we also did touch this trend line because obviously we did have the trend line after we saw the touch. And what's happening right now, let's see. So market is still doing in high highs and higher lows. We can take another Fibonacci from 0.7 to the highest point at 0.9. And if we are seeing the market right now, we did come back down and retested this support, the 60%. So you just might see the market coming back down again. You just might see the market coming back to the trend line also, and then you see the market starting to break to the upside, because we do have, looking at the 4-hour chart, we also did have the break of the downtrend if we're taking another. So it's a pretty choppy market right here. You see like we're having like 5 billion wicks everywhere, and I'm not even being dramatic about it, right? So we did have the downtrend. You saw the market coming back down to the Fibonacci levels that we did put. The market did break the downtrend. You saw the market retest. You could also see the market retesting this high. And this is what we're working with right now. And see the market coming back down again to maybe 0.8. If you're breaking it, just have in mind that we're having a trend line, and then you see market continuing to the upside. But the only thing that so many things on the charts right now, so I'm gonna take away everything so you can see more clear on what's actually going on. So you just might, I do believe the market will come back down a little bit more, as long as you're having in mind that 0.98764, that is the monthly high on the wicks, or sorry, on the bodies that we're having. So the market will have trouble breaking this level. So if you see the market having rejections and maybe trying to go down and having trouble breaking it, it's because that is the monthly high. I'm new to the game. What would be the best crypto to get into? I know looks like the market's dropping some, still learning. I mean, Bitcoin is very good to use. I would not recommend looking at a pair, looking at a CH, because it's very choppy and you have so many wicks to the upside and downside. So the more wicks you're having, the easier it is for you to get your stop loss to get hit. No problem, Kevin Stone. I'm happy that you understood. We're looking at Gala, but I would say, USDT. What? I would say Bitcoin or Ethereum, because they also give you pretty clear market structure. And market structure is everything. When you're having a choppy market, that is just gonna confuse you. I would not recommend a market looking like this either, because you don't have clear directions. You just have consolidation up. I mean, there's no clear. I mean, yeah, we can see the market is going up, but at this pair, you can also see the market just going straight down. And you're like, what's going on this pair? Someone said, nothing beats the Swedish summer. It's simply the best day. Yeah, we have songs about that. If you make OnlyFans, it would bring more profit. Well, I'm not that type of girl. I'm not gonna show my body to the whole wide world. It's not my thing, but I support the people who do. Okay, let's see. Great analyst. Mark's structure is the best. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we're looking at Gala. Starting up with the weekly, we still have this huge bullish candlestick. So Lauren is there. Hey, hur mår du? I look at the bottom of break candles in the line with fibs. Okay, we're going into it. So I kind of want to do it like this. So I'm taking a Fibonacci on the daily from 0.37724 to the highest point at 0.74249, if we want to be precisely, and that's kind of good because it's very important to be that. Oops. So what's happening right now, looking at the 4-hour chart, we did have trouble breaking this high around 0.74. So we're actually just consolidating in between these levels, between 0.74 and 0.63. And right now, I do believe we can come back more, because we're having to, so this is pretty hard when you're having candlesticks so close to each other, because you don't have clarity on what's actually going on, because the market is just going sideways. So either the market will break the support that we're having at 0.63, and that could take us down to the Fibonacci levels at 0.51 and 0.55, because that's the reversal Fibonacci. If you see the market coming up to the resistance, you kind of want to see the market breaking the resistance. You see market respected, then continuation to the upside. So I would just actually say, because right now when you're having a market going sideways, and especially on the 4-hour chart, you just might see the market trying to fake you out, go sideways, until it actually gives you the touch on the Fibonacci. You see market continues to the upside. So I would wait and see how the market is behaving, because it's kind of it's not a good chart looking at right now. Mark, you're so funny. Luna BTC. Natalie, you... Thank you, Mark. I just saw Natalie, you look tired. I wasn't outside. No, I'm never partying anymore. I kind of stopped doing that. I don't think it's funny. It's just kind of... No, I mean, every time I go out, I always question myself. Why am I here? Why am I here, to be honest? I was partying when I was younger, when I was kind of... Before I was kind of 18, so with time, that would just became pretty boring. And I don't have time to party because I'm always around the computer. So if I'm gonna trade, I have to be super focused. I don't have time having a hangover. No, you know, with time. Now you're 21. She's 19 now. Guys, you're so funny. Okay, so we're looking at Luna BTC. I do have the trend line on the 4-hour chart. The daily, I'm super sorry about that. But we are still having also a trend line, a counter trend line, or whatever you want to call it. And we just broke this trend line. We just broke the trend line on the daily. So but we're just gonna adjust it a little bit. So we're having kind of broke it. Yeah, this is how it's gonna look, guys. Super perfect. You had breakout, retest, continuation to the upside. Super nice. I love trend lines. Okay, so what potentially could happen is that because we're having the bullish candle right here, that is also the high. So to buy the market right now, that is kind of like the most stupidest thing that you could ever do, to be honest. So we're taking a Fibonacci from 71.44 to the highest point, and that is 79.55. So if we see the market having the pullback, I would see the market coming back down to the trend line and maybe 74.62, or the 50% at 75.58. And then either the market will come inside of the trend line again. You see the market coming back down to the support trend lines and then trying to break to the upside. But I would definitely look what's going on when if the market comes back down to these levels. I'm 33, so all I know is you're much younger. Well, you never know. Well, I'm not over 30 yet. I'm gonna give you that. But I'm above 25. So I can be whatever between those. I had to go the other day when you were asking us to guess. Oh, okay, let's see what else. Link USDT. We're looking at Link USDT. Yeah, but if I look tired, it's because in Sweden, at this point, it's like never daylight. So this is like the time you always tired, because we don't have daylight in Sweden. We all need sun. Everyone needs the sun. We all need that, guys. Such a mystery. Yeah, it's really bad. Okay, so we're looking at Link USDT to see what's actually going to happen right here. Just taking everything away again. So we're taking this trend line, as we can see, got like this. On the weekly, we can also have another trend line looking something like this. Yeah, this looks good, I think. Okay, so what I do expect the market to do right now, obviously we need to look at the lower time frames. You kind of could see the market doing a very ugly head and shoulders right here. How far is the closest beach? Yeah, like 7 hours away from here with a flight. We don't have things like that in Sweden, to be honest. Okay, so on the daily, we came up and retested the trend line. We are almost back down at the trend line right that we're having as a support, but I do want to adjust it because I don't like this. It should look like this. Yeah, this is a good trend line. So yeah, the market could we just might see the market, either we are respecting this low right here that we're having on the 4-hour chart going to the daily. So the market is clearly we're just having a market just falling down. So if we're right now seeing the market holding this previous support at 224.63, going to the lower time frames, this could actually be where the market is breaking right now to the downside. Because sometimes if the market is not reaching out to the Fibonacci, we're just respecting another level that we're having. So if we are not seeing the market breaking this level, and I see the market gives you, okay, so this is the first leg, market comes down. So if I see the market giving you a second leg and you are below this first high, that is an indication for the market to continue back down. So the targets that I'm having, I can have 4 targets, but that is 22, it's 20, it's 18, and then the trend line that we're having. It's always such a laugh. That's good. I'm happy you can laugh with me. Okay, let's see what else we're looking at. Trend line taking over Fibonacci now. No, it's not taking over Fibonacci, but I mean, it's good to have them also. They're super good. Are you sister of Pippi Longstocking? Longstocking? I don't think so. And if she was, I would beat her ass. Because she's super strong. Yes, she's a nice team. Blah, blah, blah. Sweden is beautiful, but I love my beach in Florida. Yeah, you stay in Florida. You don't want to come here. Sweden is good to visit, but not more than that. We're looking at sand. Sand USDT. I know someone wanted me to look at sand before. Didn't we look at sand? Maybe I did that before. No, I think we did look at it. I don't know. I'm confused. Super confused. Okay, whatever. So, looking at this, so we did look at this. If we didn't look at it now, we did look at it yesterday, but we did break this low that we're having at 6.5928. And if we are seeing the market actually really retesting this level, I mean, kind of could happen right now is that you see the market breaking to the downside. Looking at the 30 minutes, if you see the market coming back down a little bit and then you see a second retest, that is market coming. It could come potentially coming back down. The targets could be around 5.7 and 5.3 because you're having multiple. It depends on the 30 minutes candle is closing, because this could also be where the market is coming in respected, and then it comes up to 7.1 again. So you kind of want to see how this daily candle is closing in 16 minutes and maybe actually also the next hour, because yeah, the market could definitely come inside. So yeah, depends on how this candle is closing. If you're closing above, the market could retest and then you see continuation to the upside. But I am no financial advisor, so I'm just gonna read the comments. What is Can you look at SNX? Yes, I can. Can you recap? Mark Lane, are you talking about sand? Okay, I'm done focusing on the chat. I'm gonna go to SNX. SNX USDT. Oh, what? SNX USDT. Okay, starting off with the daily. So we were looking, I think we were looking at this pair before. Oh yeah, just that two or one, yet maybe yesterday or second game. Okay, so we came back down to this previous support and resistance that I did have around 7.5. I remember that I was talking about that this could also be another fake out that we're having, and it kind of looks like we're having that. So we can make this box a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna do something like this. So we're having the last support right here around 7.8. So I'm gonna take this one away. So if you see the market today closing inside, so this is where patience comes in, guys. You don't always have to trade. Remember that is okay. So if we're seeing this daily candle closing inside, and tomorrow we just might see the retest again this level, and you can see the retest on the lower time frames. You don't have to wait a day to see the market retesting this level. But the most important thing for a fake out is to see that we're coming inside and we're closing above the supports, and then the market gives you on the lower time frames the retest, and then you see the market continues to the upside. So we just might try to take, so looking at this, you're also having a trend line on the weekly, but we're going to the daily to see more exactly what's happening. So this is kind of how it looks. So we're not sure if this is a breakout retest, or if it's just a fake out from the trend line that we're having. So at that, if that is the case, we're moving the trend lines up to where the close of these bodies are. But right now we want to see if it is a fake out or if we're actually going to hold it. So if we're seeing the market right now coming inside, guys, I'm just gonna tell you again. So if you see this daily candle closing inside, tomorrow you just might have the retest of the trend line and the support, and then you see the market breaking to the upside. So this could be the last leg that we're having. And we can also do something like this. So we're taking a Fibonacci from 7.2 to the highest point at 8.1. That is also because the market is not perfect, guys, and we all know that. So if you see the market coming inside, and then if we are seeing the market coming back down, we can use 7.5 and 7.6 to see if we're just having maybe a wick or another fake out, and then you see market comes inside again. Super simple, guys. Huh? So I'm just joking, it's not simple. I mean, sometimes it is, but practice. You always have to practice with trading. It's like everything else. How do you decide which time period to analyze? Hourly, daily, etc. I always go from the weekly, and then I just breaking everything down. I always start with the weekly. I always want to have a big overview what's going on. FTT USDT. Oh no, I'm gonna look at XRP first because I saw that a long time ago. Someone wanted me. And the same thing right here on the daily. If we're seeing the market closing inside, we already have the trend line. Do something like that. I don't want to have too big of boxes when I'm okay. So right here we're taking a Fibonacci from 1 to 0.95. Potentially could happen is that we're coming in, you see the fake out, you see the retest against the support. Market comes up. If the market now decides to have trouble breaking 1.0110, that could be the lower high that's creating, because you see the downtrend right here. You see the last lower high. Market needs to come up, create a new lower high, and then the market continues to the downside. Targets that I'm having could be around 0.9, 0.9 and 0.8400 and 0.7800, or we could come back down to the trend line. But that is only if we're seeing the market giving us the rejections. But we just might not being able to break the support. We just might not having the power to break it. You just might see the fake up to the upside, pretends it's going up, but then you see the market coming back down, retest, and then, but we're still having the same targets. And what was it? FTTM? FTT USDT. And fellas, if you are new to this channel, if you have missed it, right now on Bybit, super good exchange platform. if you are a swing trader, if you want to have your position for a longer time and have very low fees, Bybit, we do have a bonus up to $4,100 right now, depending on what you're depositing. Super good exchange. If you do not know how to use this platform, we do have on Bitcoinsensus. It's also our website where we are having regular updates about cryptocurrencies. But you can go inside to the guides that we're having right here, and that you can see that we're having a tutorial on Bybit. And on this category that we're having, you can see that Andy is having a tutorial about Bybit right here. You can also read about it depending on how you are learning. But remember guys, claim this bonus that we're having. You can give up to $4,100 right now if you're using the link in the description down below. And Mark also put that video up on the chat. Okay, let's see. Oh, sorry, FTT USDT. I kind of forgot what I was supposed to do. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, so I'm having since before on the daily, I do believe this is. No, it was on the weekly. So, kind of don't understand why. Is it like that? Okay, so I'm having a Fibonacci from 24. I'm gonna have it like this, to the highest point at 73. Okay, let's see, something like that. And we are right now retesting the 50%, so we're just slightly below 49.05. And that is the 50% that we're having for the market going to the upside. You had one job, Natalie. Yeah, can you see my patience? Sometimes trading you is just giving me pain, because if I'm pushing one of the bottoms, I have to push it like 10 million times. It's so annoying. I know there's not a problem, but it's pretty annoying. Whatever. We're coming back down to the Fibonacci levels on the weekly. Super strong levels. And you can already see that we've had some rejections around this level. So if we're not coming back down to 43.43, and that is the 61%, because usually the market is just respecting 50% and then it goes to the other direction. And if we're seeing the market, as I was talking about the other pairs, if you see this daily candle closing inside of this support and this 50% around 49, you see tomorrow the retest, that is the market starting to continue to the upside. And that will also give you a inverted head and shoulders if we are seeing that happen. Then markets breaks to the upside. So this level that we are around right now is super important to see how this daily is closing. But you could also see the market having trouble breaking this level, and then you just might see the market trying. You just might have the market on the lower time frames, you just might have it another fake out, but you see the market actually retesting it from below, and then you see market coming back down slowly to 43. And that is the higher time frames Fibonacci. So obviously that is pretty good using to see. Oh, I'm so tired. It's so dark here in Sweden. I don't like it. Don't like it. Hey babe, 100k Bitcoin, Georgius Mintas. I don't know. I have no idea. It's pretty far away. I'm focusing on what's going on right now. Okay guys, I am gonna end this live stream right now. It's been a pleasure to be here together with you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that. It would be super nice. Always have daily updates about cryptocurrencies. I will also have a live stream tomorrow, and during maybe 2 hours ahead, I will have another update, but a short video, like 8 minutes or so, about cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, and you'll have a notification when I'm having these videos up. Always tired. Yeah, I kind of yeah, I'm always tired. But thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the support. Thank you so much, Mark, for helping me out. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Von Hermert. I don't think Mark is here. Money Making Mix. Thank you, too. Todd L. Thank you. Let's see. What else do we have? Crowlish. I'll wait for the dip. Thank you, Mark. Roy. Thank you everyone for being on this live stream. So we see each other later, and please join the Telegram community that we're having, and Mark just did put it up. Have a good day. Take care of yourself. If you're having your stop loss taking, that is okay. Don't be too hard. Remember to always back testing. Study. Always study. I'm going now. I'm talking too much.